that validation of achieving things so people can see me in a different light. The truth of the matter is, you can't control the way people see you. People will see you how they want to see you. Some people will see you and they won't even like you. Not for any reason. Maybe you're irritating their demons. But on a proper level, some people just won't like you, right? And that is normal. So we have to get comfortable in ourselves.
Hey, chosen ones, how are you doing? My name is Anita and I'm so happy you're here today. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are returning, happy to have you back. And if you're a subscriber, thank you for subscribing. Today, we are going to be talking about validation. Who do you seek your validation from? So let's go. So normally, people that seek validation are people that lack or have lacked encouragement. Especially those when they were growing up, they didn't get much encouragement. Like, oh, I'm proud of you. Or well done, you're doing really well and keep going. A lot of the time, adults that seek validation, it comes from the fact that they were not validated as a child. Now, as a chosen one, a lot of us have had difficult backgrounds, and that has meant that we've had to do a lot of work on ourselves in order to heal the wounding that we had from when we were younger. Now, it's an ongoing process. We are continually working on ourselves. Well, I know I am. I enjoy seeing myself grow and develop and become my best self constantly. It's exciting to me to see the changes, as small as they can be, because the thing is, you don't want to make like crazy, huge changes, okay? Because the question is, will you be able to maintain it? So small, gradual changes to the person you want to be is amazing, and it's a good place to start. Now, for me, one of the questions that popped up today is, who am I seeking validation from? I'm the kind of person, whatever I do, I like to do it to a high standard, okay? And having a high standard is not a bad thing. But when your high standards are creating overwhelm and tiredness and too much to do and too many yeses you say, at this point, you need to look at it closely, okay? And the question is, why do I have to have things at a high standard? Yes, that's who I am. I've always been that way. But I believe the other reason is for validation. As, I don't know, uncomfortable as it may make me feel to say, gosh, you are behaving like this for validation, it may be the truth, okay? With my clients, my work is up to a very high standard. With my friends, I keep my commitment and loyalty to a very high standard, to the point that when I should say no, I'm saying yes. And guess what? No is one of the best words ever, right? No will help you to get out of a lot of things. That means that you can have more time for yourself and your family. So the point is that I believe, okay, that I have been seeking validation through the things that I do. Why can't I sometimes not have a high standard of work? Or why can't I let people down sometimes? Does that make me less of a person? Absolutely not. So the question is, why do I need to have that validation of achieving things so people can see me in a different light? The truth of the matter is, you can't control the way people see you. People will see you how they want to see you. Some people will see you and they won't even like you. Not for any reason. Maybe you're irritating their demons. But on a proper level, some people just won't like you, right? And that is normal. So we have to get comfortable in ourselves, okay? I read something today which I really loved. It said, you cannot break a person who gets their strength from God. And the reason why I like this is because God never changes. He's always the same and he will always be the same, okay? Whereas people, well, you should know, we are up, we are down, depending on how we're feeling, depending on how well we are, our emotions, and all this kind of stuff. So do not rely on people to validate you. People will let you down, okay? Not to say you shouldn't, have some kind of expectation from people and all of that. Yes, you absolutely should. But the point is that if you are behaving in a certain way to seek validation, for example, you're speaking to someone, you're saying, oh, I did this and I did that today and I did this and I did that. You're expecting them to say, oh, well done. And you don't get that. How will that affect you? Okay. So the point is that validate yourself. Get to a point where you don't need to impress anybody. You don't need to work at high standards to feel comfortable, to feel like you are achieving great things. Get to a stage where you don't feel like you have to do something just to get a particular reaction. Be yourself. Yesterday, I made a video on being yourself. That means loving yourself for who you are at the point that you are, for everything you are and everything you are. Okay? Because you are perfect. God made you perfect. You are enough. And it doesn't matter whoever thinks anything different. As long as you know you're enough, that's all that matters. Okay? It's almost like, I don't know if you've ever seen a person who is confident, and they may not be what you expect. Like you might see them be like, oh, you know, this person might be like this, and you get to know they're like confident, they're body confident, they're proud of who they are. It makes you proud of who they are. It makes you appreciate them. Okay, so the point is that don't start with people, start with yourself. Validate yourself, affirm yourself, love yourself, do the work on yourself, appreciate yourself, and by doing that, everyone else will feel the same way. And if they don't, then they can get lost, okay? Because you only want to have those people who appreciate you for who you are and who will treat you how you treat yourself. And how do you treat yourself? With love, respect, and care. Now, if you're a person who didn't have validation as a child, it's really unfortunate because, again, another one of my videos I did was the fact that you have to love people the way that you wish you were loved when you were younger. And so, for example, my children, I validate them, I affirm them, I hug them, I kiss them, I give them reassurance that they are perfect. And when they step into this house, they are safe. It's a safe space for them. So you need to start creating that for yourself. Realize that there's nobody like you. And regardless of what you do, you will always have people that like you, people that don't. So why not go for the people that like you for who you are? Therefore, accept who you are. Okay? So anytime you see yourself doing too much, overly giving, saying yes to everything, working to a high standard constantly to the point that you are overwhelmed and you don't even know how to deal with it all. You're stressed, you're anxious. You need to ask the question, who am I trying to get validation from? Because you don't need validation from anyone. The only person I believe that will validate you is God. And that's the only validation you need because He made you, He knows you, and that's all. So chosen ones, love yourself. Don't look outside of yourself for anything. Look within because everything is within. The love that you need, that you're searching for yourself is within. Take time to date yourself. Take time to have quiet moments with yourself. Take time to write, not love letters to yourself. Take time to appreciate yourself. And don't seek validation from anyone else. And I guess that's where I want to end the video today. And I'm going to end with, you cannot break a person who gets their strength from God. So whenever you need strength, don't go to people, go to God. Whenever you need advice, don't go to people, go to God. Whenever you need guidance, don't go to people, go to God. Because He's the one that created you. He's the one that knows you better. He's the one that can guide you where you need to go. So chosen ones, I'm going to love you and leave you. But what I will say is that if there is something, chosen one, that you are sitting on, that you know you should be doing, there's something that comes from within that you are naturally gifted at, and you know you should be doing something with it and you haven't. What are you waiting for? The world is waiting for you. The world is waiting for your debut, for your presentation of whatever it is on this earth. I want you to know I believe in you. I appreciate you. And I am going to always be here to encourage you. And I encourage you to be your best self, to love yourself and never seek validation from anyone else. Send you lots of love, chosen one. And see you tomorrow. Bye. Oh, yes. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, like, and comment. Let me know if this affects you. If you sometimes seek validation from people. And if that's the case, I'd love to hear from you. Take care, guys.